There's a sense of sovereignty that comes from life on a mountain. A quote from Tara Westover. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Aufa Mursyidah binti Muhammad Shakir and I'm 16 years old. I stayed at Kampung Zawa, Klang, Selangor. At this moment, I am studying at Sekolah Agama Menengah Sultan Hisamuddin Bertih, code BFT 0002 for 4 years. I am the eldest of 2 siblings and our age gap is 11 years. I come from a religious family because my father works as a bilal in a mosque while my mother works as an Arabic teacher in a primary school. Plus, we are a family of book lovers. Why? Because every year we must go to a book fair. It is the Kuala Lumpur International Book Fair at the World Trade Center, Kuala Lumpur. Furthermore, I always participate in speech and debate competitions that make me aspire to become a lecturer. On the weekend, I tend to read books and study. Additionally, I have my top 5 books that I really enjoy reading. First, a Japanese novel, The Boy and the Dog by Seisho Hase, translated by Alison Watts. Second, The Dreams We Harvest by Aidil Azizul. Third, As Long as the Lemon Trees Grow by Zulfa Ka'atuf. Fourth, The Story of My Life by Helen Keller. And finally, Educated, a memoir by Tara Westover. Most of the books that I bought are actually from the book fair, and only 2 books that I bought from a bookstore. Can you guess? And today, I am going to review a book that is beautifully written by a professional woman. Before that, I am going to tell you a story about how I bought this book. Last year, I casually walked to a bookstore with my mother. I looked through every book because I have no idea what kind of books that I want to read. And eventually, I saw this book. This book is called Educated, a memoir by Tara Westover. I gazed at the book because of the cover. It is really unique. And when I look at the back, it has a lot of reviews. And surprisingly, it is one of President Obama's favorite books of the year. When I flipped through this book, it has a lot of positive feedbacks. And I immediately bought this book, and right now, it's already in my hand. This book is published by Penguin Random House Limited Liability Company, and it was published once in 2018. It has 3 parts and 352 pages, and the genre of this book is autobiography. Now, let's talk about the writer. Tara Westover was born in September 27, 1986 in Clifton, Idaho. She is an American memoirist, essayist, and historian. And this book, Educated, is actually her first book. Without wasting any time, let's talk about this book. Tara was the youngest of 7 children to a fundamentalist Mormon family. She has 5 older brothers and an older sister. Her mother raised the children and practices herbal medicines while her father ran a farm and was the religious head of the household. His ideas were extremist and often dangerous. He believed that public schools just brainwashed children. Therefore, Tara and her siblings learn history and mathematics from their mother and usually read books. Members of the family suffered concussions and even burns from explosions. Some of her brothers attacked her verbally and physically, and her parents didn't intervene. When Tara first heard her older brother, Tyler, talk about studying and going to school, she intuitively understood that her life would be more richer if she could gain more knowledge. Eventually, she had to take a difficult decision to distance herself from her family and gain her own education. She studied independently and earned a PhD from the University of Cambridge and became a successful person. What I learned from this book is that educated will help you become more grateful for your schooling, freedom, and normal relationships that Tara had to break free of so that she could gain her own knowledge. From my point of view as a Muslim, I am grateful to be born into a Muslim family with my educational parents who could guide me and give me a go to school and find my own way. And the most important thing that I learned from this book is don't expect people to hand you everything the easy way. Why? Your parents might give a good or bad education when you were little, and you will realize the realistic points when you are growing up. And while being an adult, you have to choose your own path and start living it with giving a lot of benefits to the society. I recommend this book to you, especially for the students, because it has a lot of unique vocabulary that you could improve your English skills, and it has a lot of impact, especially in education with her incredible life journey. On top of that, her writing skills are extraordinary. She is not just throwing out indictments, conclusions, or diagnosis. Her thoughts are worth reading, pondering, and remembering. Before I end my speech, I will give a quote from Margaret Fuller. Today a reader, tomorrow a leader. Wabillahi tawfiq wa hidayah. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and peace.